Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to this random impromptu live stream. It's been a while since I've done a Geoguessr one on here. Uh, Before I open up the game, because I will open up the game for other players to join. What did I put the limit to? No, we're not doing 100 people. We'll start with 20 people. So I know it's a Wednesday afternoon, so maybe not a ton of people are going to be able to join, but we'll start with 20 people. And then if more people want to join, I may increase the party size. But before I start the Geoguessr thing, I wanted to give a quick update on the North America video. This was an update that I posted on my Patreon and on my Twitter a while back. Basically, I am making progress. I did have to change the actual map because the original map tilt I had was actually like making it harder to work with because it was unconventional. Because originally the idea was it would be tilted a certain way, and in theory you'd be able to zoom in more. The problem is everything just kept looking weird and I just couldn't work with it. And then also, for those who have been following this since I started working on this a couple of years ago, I started from the modern day and went backwards, thinking that it was easier to edit borders rather than start from scratch. And at first it was more efficient, but then once I got past like the 1700s, it became a mess. I had to correct a bunch of things, and correcting hundreds of slides for every mistake you made was really annoying. So since I already had most of the information I needed, I figured it was better to start the map over since I still had the information, so that wouldn't take up as much time compared to editing so many slides over and over again for every single mistake. And I have definitely made way more progress just starting at the beginning. I don't know why I started from the modern day to begin with. And this was basically a preview that I had showed my Patreon supporters and on Twitter around like in June, so pretty recently. So I figured I'd show it on this live stream too, since some of you haven't seen it yet. Basically, some of the differences is I did add some major rivers. I'm also paying more attention to some changes in like here, for example, the coast of modern day Louisiana has actually changed over time. So like back in the BC era, it kind of looked like that instead of how it does now. I'm also adding cultural groups, and I gave them their own bolded gray text to distinguish them from nomadic groups. And then for just so you can see a little better, for the ancient time period, I thought it would be a better idea to have a different way of just showing areas of civilization, because part of the problem is like the Maya in ancient times, or like the Olmec or whatever, when they had a civilization, they were not a singular state, they were a bunch of scattered cities. And there are just so, especially for the Maya, there are just so many cities, I cannot map them all. Like even with this inset that I decided to add over here, there are several places where like at this zoom there would be like 5 cities stacked on top of each other, and that is just not, it's really not, there's not a good way to show it. So showing like this like color band with like a lighter color in the middle, basically saying there are cities all in this area, just so you can get a somewhat idea of like where the civilization was at. But then the really important sites I'm actually going to mark and include labels on the sides. You know, so basically you can't show them all, but you can at least show the important ones. I've also added a different marker for mound sites because some mound sites would become cities like Cahokia later on, but other mound sites were not cities. And part of the weird distinction between like civilization from other things is that civilization is when you've got like complex cities, and a village can just be any group of people living together. So not every place where like Native Americans settled was a civilization, but all civilizations are settlements. So that left certain things like Poverty Point and then like the later Adena culture are kind of like these weird cases where no, they're not city-states, but they are still important to the development of cultures in the area. And so I made like a different like symbol to represent major mounds. And similar to like the city-states, I can't show them all, and but at the very least, like I can show like the important ones, like Poverty Point. So yeah, I am still working on North America, and I guess I could just show this like preview real quick. It is more sped up than it will be in the final video, and obviously since this is like in the beginning in like the BC era, not a ton of stuff is happening because this is still the time period where all of the dates are going to be approximate. There are some city-states where no one can agree upon, and of course, when did a settlement become a city? You know, again, that's also something debated upon, but at the very least, you know, now you all get an idea of how this is going to be turning out. And as you can see, like, you know, I have actually been making quite a lot of progress, because in restarting this map and kind of reforming my process of making this, I was able to get all of these years done in like a month. And like I mentioned earlier, in spite of starting all over the map, I still have basically most of the information that I need, and the research ultimately takes up way more time than actually drawing this stuff. As well as like fixing mistakes over and over again is more tedious than just starting from the beginning without the mistakes and flying through it. But everyone's been patient since this project has been taking multiple years at this point, so with all its ups and downs, so I figured you guys should at least see some little bit of progress. Yeah. So now that that's done, we can actually play the game. I'm gonna post the link in the chat, and you can join the lobby that way, or you can apparently go to this link and enter in the code, but whichever is easier for you. Like I said, I'm only hosting 20 people for now, so it looks like it's gonna relatively quickly. Got 7 open spots left. Alright, we got 6 slots open. I'll pin the link. Six more people want to join the Geoguessr game, then you can join. If not, I can just start with 14. All right, I guess I will start in it's like 10 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, someone got in last minute. Cool. All right, let's see where we end up first round. Oh boy, it's a highway. We are somewhere in Eastern Europe. I do not recognize either of those places, to be honest. Could be Ukraine, could be Russia. I'm not familiar enough the distinctions between, because like I don't recognize the place names. Okay, people are already starting their guesses. Let's just go somewhere Western Ukraine. Oh, Kazakhstan. All right, fair enough. At least one person got it. Oh, it's a puppy. All right. In some rural area. That looks like Romanian. Question is, where in Romania? Wait, no. Is that Baltic? It could be Latvian. Okay, let's just go Latvia. Oh, alright. Guess it is Latvia. My first instinct looking at the sun, I thought it was Romanian, but I think because like one of the words kind of looked like the name of a Romanian city, I think it just kind of locked in my head that way. Okay. Better look at that sign. Okay, thank you. Okay. This seems... I'm guessing Dutch. I don't know where in the Netherlands. Definitely in the Low Country. Let's go Okay, Belgium. Oh, we are in India. Bengali right there. Well, actually, we could be in Bangladesh. That also has Bengali. Advertisements, but no. Okay, yep. Bangladesh. Say we're in Dhaka. Hope everyone is having a fine Wednesday. All right, nice. Final round. Okay, guess you can get snacks here apparently. There's some Arabic and that kind of looks like Hebrew too. Right next to, or are those numbers? Those could be Arabic numbers, actually. Yeah, no, those are numbers, not Hebrew. Okay, so question is whether this is somewhere in the Middle East or North Africa. I'm gonna go with the Middle East. It does kind of have like a little Mediterranean, so it's having trouble deciding between Lebanon or Jordan. Yeah, so that's Arabic numbers, and it's got English. You know what, Jordan, because that used to be a British colony. So maybe there'd be a reason for that to have English. Oh, no, it was Lebanon. Okay. Should have. All right. Area 790. Area 790. However it goes. Excellent work. All right. I have reopened the lobby. Same URL as before, but I'll post it again. I will remove these inactive players. Alright, looks like we've got two more. One more. So we'll stay in world for now, and then maybe the next round we'll try a different country. Fun. Alright, that's 20. Well, we're in Hungary. And I'm not gonna lie, I've never really been a fan of the first quotation mark being on like the bottom. I definitely prefer it where like both the quotation marks are like on the top part of the word. Alright, so we're in Hungary. The question is where in Auto Alcatraz. It's like Alcatraz, but for cars. I mean, it does say car parts. Outside. I don't know. I don't know. All right, I should have gone. I should have gone more into Budapest. I was amazed at how people are able to so quickly get down to like the street. Maybe I should just assume it'd more likely be in the city center than like outside anyway. I don't know, like something in my brain just thinks like, oh, the city, the downtown of the capital, that's too obvious. But I mean, I suppose this is based off of like a random selection of Google Street View, so I guess the downtown of a major city is statistically more likely to show up, so I guess I should think more that way instead of like whether something's obvious or not. Alright. This place is pretty, but I have... Wish I was smarter with the vegetation. I could believe this is in the United States. I could believe this is in many areas. Bridge. I think I will assume this is the United States. Let's go with... We're in the Appalachians. Virginia. Okay, no. It was apparently in Montenegro. Huh. Well, a couple people still got it. Maybe I went the wrong way. I have a feeling... Okay. Okay, I know exactly. Exact. There's only one place where you can see those three languages together. No, I don't live there, but it's one of those places that it's unique enough where Okay, I guess it was Malaysia. Because I definitely saw Malaysian in English, but usually Singapore has a higher Chinese population than Malaysia. But my assumption was upon seeing the sign in Chinese that it would have to be Singapore, but apparently it was this island near Georgetown in Malaysia. Interesting. I guess a lot of people just kind of hedged their bets and just went in Kuala Lumpur. Interesting. Well, never mind. See, this just goes to show that you could be good at maps like me, but absolutely suck at this game, you know? That's just life. And I'm fine with that. That is an interesting photo. Alright. Okay, so we're in some Cyrillic area. Let's see. Geoguessr. Place does not. Well. Amyatniki. I can read Cyrillic, that doesn't mean I know what any of it is. So usually if I can recognize a place by reading Cyrillic, cool, but there's ooh. Okay. Western Russia, I don't know. Didn't have enough time. Okay. So Russia, just a different part of Russia. Okay, got some Arabic, some Cyrillic. So that could actually still be several parts of Russia. Bagi. Front of it. Ziyaratgah. I don't know what. That's some pretty mountains right there. Okay, with that style roofing. Could just be in Central Asia again. Oh, Kyrgyzstan. Because I know the Pamir Mountains are around here. Alright! There we go. I'm fine with that. Area 1 again. Congratulations. Alright. Gonna do another one. Let's change the map to Australia. Just for fun. Alright. Remove the inactive players. So now there are 7 open slots. It's the same pinned link as before. Got 3 left. Got 1 left. All right. Australia. $6.95 for metal sheets. That sounds great. Well, this naturally does not really narrow it down much. Other than we're probably not in the West. I'm familiar enough with Australian phone numbers to know how area codes work. But I'm going to assume somewhere in suburban Victoria, maybe? See how that goes. Oh, okay. I guess it was a suburb of... Yeah, I guess like a suburb of Sydney. Okay. Alright, so already it's more dry. Like they've... Or maybe not, maybe it's just because they've done some deforesting, but definitely brighter. Don't know what's that. Alright, sign. All these funny Aussie names, they don't tell me anything. There, I don't know. Of course it just goes from Sydney to Melbourne. It'd actually be really funny if it was just always Sydney and Melbourne. I just picked Australia because it was something different, but in hindsight, I'm not sure what I was actually expecting, because... Okay. Man, none of this tells me anything. Random New South Wales again. Will I get it? Oh, okay. So that time it's in West. Okay, Perth. Yeah. I should actually like research these places before I think I can remotely find them in Geoguessr. Okay. Autogas. Usual. None of this really gives me any. Oh, I don't know. Is it gonna go to Adelaide now? I have no idea. Wow, okay, so it did kind of go to near Adelaide. Good to know, I guess. Alright, final round. Heartman sent me $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much. And they asked, was I the first YouTuber of my kind, and what inspired me to create this channel? Yes and no. I am not the first channel to talk about maps on YouTube by any means. Although I was here relatively early on, but I was kind of the first channel to devote entirely to mapping out historical things. There were other like isolated videos here and there that had that concept before me, but in terms of like being a channel entirely dedicated to it, I am the first. And I've always liked maps, and I made this out of boredom. Well, partially out of boredom, but then also partially out of, wow, some of the maps on YouTube were either like bad, or they were like they could have been like a lot better, and I just thought, oh, it'd be fun if I could do something like this, but also partially out of boredom. And then people just happened to actually watch. Okay, I guess it was near Perth again. Alright. Apparently my father figure won, whatever that means. Alright, let's pick another country. Oh, we just did Australia. Let's do Canada now. Alright, we've got 4 open slots. Alright. Canada. Could be anywhere, Canada. Although now I know the... Okay, now I actually know exactly where we're at. Thank you, Canadian politics. But how will everyone else do it trying to distinguish Canada from states? Well, I actually got the closest this time. Okay. Generic Canadian suburb. All right. I don't know where that is in that province, but sure I can. Unless it's inland. Actually don't know. I'm not gonna be able to watch. It's probably like somewhere in here. Okay, it's in Toronto. Okay. I recognize the name Scarborough, but I guess it was a part of Toronto rather than its own city. Oh well. Something's very baguette about this place. Well, I don't actually remember if that is the name of. I mean, it means new. That could just literally just be saying like a new house. For some reason, I keep thinking like. Why not? I mean, it's gonna be along the St. Lawrence River anyway. Okay, it was Quebec. Is it actually in a place called... Okay, no, it's not. Yeah, new house. Yeah, that does make sense. But for some reason in my head, I kept thinking like, oh, Nouveau, that's like a constituency, isn't it? I don't know. But I suppose that constituency could just have the word new in it, kind of like New York, but... Alright, we're in some fancy suburban neighborhood. Whew. Alright. Gotta get out of this suburban neighborhood so I can remotely figure out where I am. Okay. Apartments. Might be getting somewhere. Ah. Road to civilization, finally. Or is it just more suburbs? Okay, water. Gosh, I have no idea. Ottawa, why not? I'll just guess Ottawa. Just because I saw English and French. Alright, well, okay. Incorrect town, but at least I got the province. Geoguessr skills are slipping. But then again, I am deliberately picking some of the most western suburban-y places. Okay. Oh where do these Quebecois be? Oh where do they be? With their streets so French and suburban so long. Oh where do they be? Please give me a sign. A useful sign. Gosh. Sure. I'll just guess that again. Okay, okay, that time it's Ottawa, or I guess it's Gatineau. It's on the Gatineau side, but my father figure won again. I can't believe it. Alright. Let us try see what else. What are some interesting things other than just country? Ooh, abandoned places. That sounds fun. Alright. There's 3 slots open. Same link as before. Right. See if we can figure out where these abandoned places are at. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Okay, so there are. I can't tell if it's just this place that's okay. Right now. I can't tell if that place is also abandoned over there, or if it's settled, and it's just like this fort, I guess. That's abandoned. However, based on bag, I'm not sure what abandoned places are. Although I'm guessing this is very far north, so it's like Mansk. Sure. It could be a Siberian outpost, actually. That I don't know. Russia's just like so freaking big. The idea of like, oh, an abandoned outpost in like the tundra areas. It's like, well, that's a lot of them. But it probably is more likely Siberia than where I put. But oh, oh, okay. I guess it was from the Russian Empire days. I'm surprised they kept the flag up. Okay. You learned something new. Danger. Why is it danger? What is the danger? How is the danger? Alright, well. I cannot move, so I could assume that this is in France, but this could be another French-speaking country, but can't really tell. But I will just assume that it is somewhere in France. Let's go like near here. But we'll see. Indeed, Brendan, they always ask what the danger is, but not how the danger. Oh, okay. Maybe, was it a part of the, no, it'd be too deep to be a part of the Maginot Line, but France still has the Maginot Line. They could use it at any moment. Where are we at now? Oh. People have drawn on these buildings. Interesting. Assuming these are like tiny houses. Okay, so it's not Cyrillic. Don't really Lutzig. Does that mean it's German? This is I'm only going off of like Lutzig to assume that maybe it's like German. I honestly have no idea. Oh, it was in Poland. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. How? Gisborne? At least I'm allowed to move. Unlike the others. The ruins. That's a very convenient name. That'll help set it apart from other abandoned places. The ruins. Can't quite tell what that flag is, although it's really interesting. Where have I seen that? I know I've seen that flag before. It's not like a country flag. I'm thinking New Zealand because the flag okay, it was New Zealand. Is that like the Maori flag? Actually, let me check that. Okay, yeah, it is the Maori flag. Okay, because I knew that I had seen this before. Okay. Okay, cool. Ooh. Indoors. 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 Take it away, Penny. Alright, well, I have no idea where this is. I don't see any writing. Like a pretty typical pool to me. Think chat. Any ideas, chat? Someone suggests it might be a pool in Chernobyl. I mean, as far as abandoned places go, you know, that's certainly not really not the worst. I've got nothing else to go on, so I will just go with Chernobyl. I will go with that suggestion. Okay, now it was in Berlin, apparently. Is it like an Olympic pool? Okay, I guess it's an Olympic pool. Interesting. You know, it's always a shame that so many places that like host the Olympics, many of their buildings are like abandoned. It's always like kind of sad because, you know, like why can't you like reopen like the various gyms and pools and stadiums to like the public for other places to use? I know it's some like I know the one in Beijing turned into an all-purpose stadium, so it was able to do that, but most of the time, like, they're just really wasteful. It's kind of sad. All right, I think I will do one more. Let's see what other fun map we can do. Capitals, sure. Why not? All right, this is going to be the final game. We've got 5 open slots, same link as before. We'll see how we do with capitals of the world. All right. See what capitals we get. Hopefully they're not just the really obvious ones. Okay, I have an idea. I think. It's like very... Okay, that's better. Okay. That's what I figured. I saw the building that had like the colors of the flag draped, so I figured it was that country. Wanted to look around to be sure. That sign had the president, or is it prime minister? I forget. Had the leader on it. Oh, there we go. There we. Oh boy, a bank. Online move. A lot of these signs are that's an interesting build. I don't know what Osaka. Where is that place at? Gosh, I don't know. Kinshasa, maybe. It was Kinshasa. All right. I saw Lucala, and I'm like, okay, well, Luanda's a capital and Lusaka's a capital, but I didn't recognize that place. But all right, I guess I guessed correctly. Even though a bunch of people got closer. Based on how delicious that chicken looks. Chicken wings. It'd only be this place or California, and it's a capital, so it's not California. Those are the only places with that restaurant. Well, actually, that's not true. I think it is starting to expand more in the United States, but and a few other countries, but it's mostly in California States for now. Kind of jealous because their chicken looks so good, but they don't have a location where I live because I'm in the middle of the country. There we go. All right. Okay. And answers that. I am American. I am from the United States. Man, someone got down to the exact location. Alright, final round. I'm actually doing decently. I recognize the shape of that building, but for some reason... Okay. I guess. If it's Kuala Lumpur, I'm gonna scream. Gosh dang it. I don't know, I thought, I briefly thought Kuala Lumpur, but then something gave me Indonesian vibes. I don't know. Oh well. Oh well. Hi, won. Congratulations, Hi. Yeah, I did better. Well, that was actually probably my best game of the stream. Well, thank you all for joining in this impromptu stream. Don't know when the next one will be. Although I am doing some streams on Twitch occasionally. I also, real quickly, for those who do not know, I have a second channel where I just post random shit. And on that second channel, I decided to make videos talking about old Flash games from early 2000s internet. The games that everyone was playing before everyone had a console or a PC. And I made one on the Heliotech games. So if any of you would find that interesting, I recommend you give it a watch. I'll post a link to it in the stream. Otherwise, that'll be it. Thanks for joining in, and I will see you guys next.